Let's go outside.
Hi guys, this is Missy of Missy Glamnista. Thank you so much for stopping by for another video. So today I am partnering with my friend Miriam, and we're gonna do some dating questions that we all have. Everyone knows that we're like online kind of searching for that right person to date, or even not even if you're searching for a right person to date, you're just trying to search and find a good person to even just go out with and just have fun with. So we're going to talk to you and give you some tips, tricks, and important facts on trying to figure out who is people that you should give your time to and who are people you should put the block and not even worth it, girl. So I'm gonna put her information for Instagram over on her side, so you can go follow her on Instagram. She does have a fashion page as well, and I will put both of those there. But guys, without further ado, let's jump into the video. What is your definition of dating?
First.
Oh damn!
That was good.
Right, like we gonna drink. My bad. Okay, cool.
First, let's get comfortable.
Let's toast. Let's toast. My bad, guys. I'll probably keep that in there. That's funny.
That was cute. Okay, that's good.
All right, cool, guys. I will let you know, and I will link the wine that we're using, or actually it's a Roscato that we're using, in the description below. It is a Roscato. You can get this from your local Jewel. You can also get it from Mariano's, Publix, wherever you are. If you're in Florida, Publix, you know, wherever you are, they will sell it and you can be able to get it. But I will link it at different places down in the description box below. But guys, now we have our wine. Let's actually jump into these questions so we can get it popping. So the first question that we actually had, and I got these questions from you guys on Instagram, and you responded to my actual story when I asked for like what kind of dating question that you have. So somebody asked, what is your definition of dating? So for me, I think a definition of dating, but it depends on your level of where you are in the dating process. For me, I think my definition of dating is intentional dating, meaning a guy that is intentional about actually courting me, getting to know me, figuring out who I am, and actually putting that, all of that into pursuing me. So for me, that is dating. Marion, what do you think dating is for you?
So for me, it's first getting to know like a few people, and definitely finding the one who is going to spend time with you, like courting, taking you. Well, I like nice dates, so going out on nice dates. We get to really know each other. And I know for some people, well, for me, I don't know if I'm able to be like dating people who I'm like more serious about at the same time. So I kind of like to zone down and maybe like one or two or one. But there are some people who like, you know, have a roster. So
yeah,
they date a few guys. One guy's doing a bit more than the other, but there's still like potential. So you could do that too. Personally for me, I'm a bit more monogamous in my style. So
yeah,
like that.
I feel like my style is definitely similar to yours. So I think both of our answers kind of coincide with each other, where I definitely agree that the dates and the really nice dates, because that is the thing. I'm sure we will get more into it. If a guy really likes you and wants to pursue you, he's going to take you on the nicest date that he can take you on.
No coffee dates.
Period.
Unless it's like a boutique, like very nice and fancy, but
I don't drink coffee.
I don't drink coffee.
Period, poo. Period. So who you
like
y'all expecting me to know coffee?
I always say like for a date, when a guy asks, a restaurant's always, you know, standard, but I want them to show me a place that shows their personality. Like, where do you like to go? To like museums, or like
show me who you are.
Some nice like little, I don't know, indoor naturey place, like that's cute. No activities on the first date.
Not on the first date.
Not like rock climbing or
working
like,
out. Don't ask me to go to the gym.
No,
I'm not gonna sweat with you. Sweat. I want to get dolled up and be cute, have my best cute look to go on a date, and I can't do that at the coffee shop. I'm not getting beat for a coffee shop.
I ain't
like,
trying to hear no type in the back of our conversation.
Bye. That's crazy. Okay, so the next question that we have is, what are your standards This is a really good question because this matters when you're actually choosing the partner to date. And even before you choose partners to date, you have standards in when you work a job. What are your standards for the way you let your employer treat you? What are your standards in the way you let your friends treat you? That spills over into the way you let a partner treat you.
Even standards for stuff like self-care. What are your standards? Like how do you like to she likes to have her nails done all the time. That's her standard.
Period, poo.
So
period. Every guy I've ever dated knows it's like nails and toes. There's no such thing as busted toes in the winter time. There is a winter pedicure. Period. Like, why? That's just me though. So I'm not like saying that you should do that, but I definitely feel like that's my standards, and I am really big on self-care. I'm pretty sure Miriam's really big on self-care. That's why we're friends. I have a lot of things that we are alike in, but I mean, what are your standards for you? So definitely self-care should be really high, like in how you treat yourself, because that's how you care. That's your care and your thoughts about your damn self.
Your time is the priority before them, so don't let them. If you're doing something and they text you, yo, they're okay. They're always gonna be there. Hopefully nothing happens to them, but they always gonna be there. Right. So you can respond to them after you're done with doing you.
Right.
So,
and I have a story about this. So I was talking to this guy before, and I would literally just always make time for him and never do the things that I wanted to do. And we ended up just stopped talking randomly because he ghosted on me. But now, like, I feel like I'm always doing something. I'm always busy. If my phone rings, I'd be like, oh dang, I'll get to it later because I'm at the gym, or I'm working on a YouTube for my glam dolls, or you know, I'm at work, or you know, whatever it is, but I'm busy, I'm booked, I got shit to do.
Hobbies help. I always definitely, as a Cancer, I definitely had a problem always like overextending myself for someone else before me. Like when I was in school, I'd be like, you know what, let me talk to you instead of study. Nope, because your studies, your school is always going to be there. That's what gets you through your life. So focus on that. But for standards, for me, like, it's we can't tell you what your standards are. You have to come that up for yourself. For me, for a guy, I like him to dress well. I like him to like traveling, cultures, art, be creative. That's nice. Like, have aspirations for great things. I don't want it to be in the same place, same job forever, you know, type thing. A man needs to be enterprising and intellectual. The reason why I say that is an enterprising, intellectual man is never broke, is never like homeless or whatever those things, because enterprising makes him figure out a way out of no way. Not saying that things can't happen and the chips can't fall down, but he know how to pick them up and get back to it. Because, and even women, like, you need to be enterprising for yourself, because you can't expect this glamorous lawyer, doctor, these type of men to want you if you don't want yourself in your current state. So you need to be that person that you're trying to date. True. So I hear tons of people like, oh, I don't care, I don't have to make. And again, men they don't care about like money levels the way probably women don't want to date down. They don't care about those things. They care about other things like looks and things like that. And you should too. You should too. Like, ain't no shame in having a guy that looks like so good. Like, why would you not want to look? It's your baby too. Your baby can be ugly if you mix it with an ugly person. And not saying that somebody can't have a great character and a great personality that override those things and they're just like okay looking, and that's completely fine. But what I'm saying is having a butt ugly person with a bad character, bad personality, is just like all bad. And what you think that's going to pass on to your child? Exactly. Like someone that's unadjusted, that hasn't got therapy to get past their issues or whatever. So definitely look at all those things. The next thing we have is social media. So how does social media play a part in dating? So I'm gonna let Miriam take the reins on this one. Okay, so I guess most of my dating, because I'm a millennial, I guess. Anyway, we're all millennials. Unfortunately. So most of the times how I find dates is like on social media apps. I'm not sponsored by anyone, but personally I like Hinge and Bumble the most. I like Hinge a lot. it seems to have more of a professional crowd, and it does complicate things because there's like so many options out there, but everyone's online these days and people are so busy, especially in America with their jobs. You're not always able to get out, so I do like social media as an option. I haven't used any of those big websites like Match.com or eHarmony, so I don't know about those.
Yeah, neither have I.
I just be staying on the simple free apps.
And you know what's crazy is I've heard really good stories from places like eHarmony and stuff, so
Really? Oh, wow.
it is worth a shot once you get to the point, I feel like, where you know that your finances are set, your credit is good, and
You have to
you're
be prepared.
You got to be prepared to date, and that's even
To bring another person in your life.
right. And that's even if guys are watching this. For the guys out there, you have to be prepared to date. You can't be like, oh, you know, I'm barely making ends meet and try to date. And that's why certain dates or certain people try to take you to these coffee shops or whatever. Also, another reason why a guy would probably try to take you to a coffee shop is because he's trying to multi-date. He's not serious.
Yeah.
So he's trying to take as many people out for as less as possible. Because if he's trying to do that, $5 coffee ain't nothing. Like, I could take 30 hoes out for like $150.
And honestly, like, there's not a problem with
But wait, and if he got Starbucks trying to take you to Starbucks and he take out that
a basic ass place that everyone goes to.
He gets stars.
You can go to the drive-thru for Starbucks. We ain't eating there.
He gets stars. Cause I love Starbucks. I have a Starbucks card and I just drink the tea. I don't drink, you know, coffee like I said in the beginning. But he gets stars, so bitch, you might be one of the free drinks.
I'm dead.
Let that marinate.
Girl, you ain't free. You nothing about you
Let
ain't
that marinate.
free.
Girl, this lipstick was $30.
God.
This voluminous eyelash mascara was $45. The eyeshadow,
hair care,
period.
No.
The whole look, everything that I put on my face, if you add each product, was probably $400 just for my face. This not my hair, my outfit, my shoes, my coat, my bag, my jewelry, nothing. Face, okay? $400 for the face. So what girl?
What are you bringing? Like, if a guy asks me for a coffee date, I'm like, I like to go places where I like to dress nice, so I like to go places where I could dress up, period. And then he's like, oh, okay. You like, and I know for me,
I might block you if you ask me on a coffee date. Because I just ain't with the shit.
She loves to block. So.
My block hand's strong.
I'm a bit more lenient. I'll be like, and then I'm like, bye-bye. I just erase them.
Most people that are serious don't bring up coffee dates because they know. Because I will tell you, most of the guys that I ended up dating seriously, even though we're not together now because it just wasn't a good fit long term, but they did not ask me out for coffee.
But that also goes to like back to the question, like definition of dating. Like, what are you dating for? Are you dating?
If you're just dating just to find
just to have fun,
fuck buddy, then go for it, girl.
Yeah, honestly, the coffee is just to make sure the energy is right and you're not getting with no crazy person. But if you're trying to fuck, whatever,
do what you gotta do.
But if you're looking for like long term,
don't
like
do it.
Also, the thing about going in for dating, you don't be saying like, oh, I'm looking to marry.
Cause you're not looking to marry this wigger or whoever he is. You don't know who he is.
You're just getting to know him,
right?
And if it works out well, then long term,
y'all might get married.
Then bless God. But
if not, then go with the wind. Who, why, and bye. Okay, because you can't be looking to me. I'm not looking to marry a stranger. I mean, I know there's shows where Married at First Sight, these crazy wackadoodle reality TV shows.
Like, no offense to them, that just sounds like
that's bizarre. Okay,
a bit.
That's just like
desperate.
What is the old school marriage where they like make you
arrange marriage
and shit.
That's a bit different because at least that family knows the background of their family and the history.
They know the history of the family and they've groomed this person to be your husband. That is completely different than Married at First Sight, where I don't even know you from a can of paint.
Who's your mom? I don't know.
And this basically you have like 10 cans of paint right here with different colors, and I just gotta pick one and marry you. Bye. I can't even pick one and just put it on my
I don't
wall.
even know your energy. Like like, do we connect? Do we vibe?
I'm not good with that.
Yeah.
So let's move on. The next question is dating profiles. What should you look towards when picking the right type of person? So I think I'm going to talk about this one because I actually look towards people that actually say more than, I don't know how to talk about myself. Bye.
You don't know how to talk?
You don't know how to sell yourself, because here's what the thing is, and this is why I think all people should work in sales at least once, because you have to know how to sell yourself to get the best job. You have to know how to sell yourself to people in general, to want to be your friend, to want to date you, whatever the case may be.
You're a brand, baby.
Yes. So I need to know how to sell my brand, and trust me, I can sell the hell out of me, because it's me, and I know everything about me because I did the work. I went to counseling. I've got myself together in the head where I know who I am. So yes, I am at that point where I know about me. So if someone can't verbalize themselves, you don't want to go on a date with that person. They're gonna be like watching paint dry. So and also too, a person that doesn't completely fill out their profile. So for me, I feel like they're hiding things. Why? Because why you don't put your height? Why you don't put your religion? Why you don't put, like, I can understand if it doesn't have it and it's not an option, but most dating sites have options for this. So if you literally intentionally skip over and don't answer it, why?
I understand for not religion though, because some people do like whatever about religion.
Yeah, but still,
I feel like more that
you can be a
like,
Christian and not be a religious.
I feel it more about the political construct. Like, why don't you put that down? Because you know about today's world.
Right, but you could be.
Why didn't you put it down where you politically identify as?
That's true. But you can be a Christian and not be religious. You can be a Muslim and not be a religious Muslim and just not really practice it, but you still are a Muslim by culture and the way you grew up and everything, because I have Muslim people in my family, so I do know this. You can be any religion, Catholic or whatever have you, Jewish, and still not actually practice the actual religion, because it's tons of people that are Jewish that drink every day.
I grew up Muslim
and she turned it up. So here we go. You know what I'm saying? So I think religion is just where you go into a big church house, Pentecostal, cathedral, whatever it is, and what religion you have.
It's
and
like
a
good foundation for beliefs and morals.
Yeah, but you can pray to God and do all of those things in your secret place, at home, in your closet, in your bed, at the feet of your bed. You don't have to be in an actual but this video is not about that. But I'm just saying. So at the end of the day, I just think that those things matter. If someone's leaving things out and they're doing it for a reason, and I know all girls want the tall, dark, handsome guy, or tall, light-skinned, whatever it is you like, you know what I'm saying, you want that, but why are you leaving out your height? Like, for me, I actually do specifically like tall men. So if a guy doesn't put his height, I know he's short.
Yeah. When they leave out,
because tall men like to show that they tall, because they know women like that. So tall men that's not something. If they don't put nothing else, they put that they tall, because they know that women love that they're tall. So they put that.
So for me, profile, it has to be like complete. You know, height. Location,
job. Oh yes, ooh,
job does help, but sometimes you can tell by how they dress. So I also look at their clothes because I dress nice. So nice pictures so I can see your freaking face. You know, clear pictures, no crazy edits. Because what I did happen to swipe on those situations, go out with them. It's just like it never ended out so well.
I have two other things that I want to point out to you.
What else did they put in there? Political preference, because like I don't want to talk to the conservative. I don't want to just have talk to a conservative, or just like someone who's not open-minded.
Right.
So that just kind of helps to see. If you don't have a political thing there, then that means like you don't care so much. That's like whatever. Yeah, I want a little description about you, like oh, I like food. I like to travel. I like to see that stuff.
I love travel pictures because it shows that you're into travel. I love travel. I have traveled at least 20 times this year.
Yeah.
So if a guy doesn't have a travel picture, or even if I don't have travel pictures like on my profile, but I also have like where I went.
Yeah.
Right. And then actually it is a travel picture, but it doesn't look like, because it's inside of a restaurant, but You get the drift. Like,
yeah, for me, like, even like for our profiles, we have like nice pictures. You can see like
you need to
how
look
we
nice.
dress, we look cute, like makeup done if that's what you
how
like
do you
to
look
be.
when you go on a date?
Yeah.
That's what they want to see. So
having fun. Don't be with no. I don't like pictures when men have like a fucking girl in my picture.
Yeah, that's even girls with a guy. Like,
I don't. Why?
That's weird.
You don't have a picture by
You're
yourself.
looking to date.
Like, why are you showing this other human?
But then a lot of those people might be looking to at a throuple, and that's a whole nother thing.
Yeah, that's
we're not going to touch on that.
They usually mention that, but like guys
they
who
do.
be in a picture with another girl, it's like you could. Yeah. Or when they obviously crop out someone.
Yeah, and that's creepy. They crop out their ex-girlfriend. Why you use that picture? You could take a picture with your friends or somebody.
Exactly.
But anyways, so the other two things that I want to point out before we go to the next question is I definitely don't like when they use, like she said, filters, but I want to go as far as dog tongues and all that. First of all, you too young to date me. If you put in pictures with the dog tongue or you, no, and it's, I want to be politically correct, so I'm not gonna say what I want to say, but it just does not do anything for me.
Maybe it's the Capricorn in us, but it just seems so. Like, come on, be more serious about this shit. Like,
yeah. And then the next thing I don't like is, like, I definitely want him to have his career, because trust me, men that are proud of the career that they have and what they are doing, put their career.
I want to see your pride. It's okay.
Right. I show it proudly, because I put mine proudly because I'm proud of what I do. I'm proud of who I am. So I put like that. So, and also a thing that makes me like kind of like, oh, okay, he's a little bit more serious, if when they do say hey to you, they like, oh, I like that you blah 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 in your profile. They actually read it, because 90% of people don't read the profile. It's like,
hey,
they ask you questions like, what do you do?
How's your day? Actually, that's what I do. I'll be like, hey, how's your day?
What do you
for him,
what do you do? Like, you didn't read my profile. It literally says what I do. Bye. The next question I have is first impressions for online dating. So for me, reason why I said we should kind of skip this one was because I feel like we've already answered, because for me, my first impression is before you even say hello to me. My first impression is your profile.
But what if they get past the profile stage
and still are an ass?
Like, so for us, we mentioned dates. If she definitely blocks you if you're taking her to a chain restaurant, or just like,
oh yes,
block. Where do you want to go? How about the
Chili's, Red Lobsters, bliggity block? And I'm sorry, I go to high-end restaurants with my friends, so you can't take me to Chili's, Red Lobster,
a family chain.
Places.
Come on, I'm not.
You
family.
can do better than that, but you won't be doing better than that with me. You will find somebody else's daughter to play with. Okay?
If I'm not someone who's like trying to sleep on the first night, because I'm trying to get to know you first, and you know about the roster system. Like, do you get to the next stage? Do you get the second date? So if he's just trying to push so much, like hinting so much, like, oh yeah, like coming after, or you want to have a date in my place, you want to come to my place after, bye, because your intentions are not where our intentions are not in the same place.
Yeah, I feel like definitely if he brings up like, let's have a drink at my house or at my hotel, I don't care if you're in town for one day.
Like, no, I want to be in public.
So I don't mind that you can cook, and maybe on the 5th date you can cook me a gourmet meal, boo. But on the first few dates
in your house,
I need to get to know who you are, your character, your personality, your aura, your space, your spirits that are around you. Look into your eyes to see what type of baggage that you carry, what is everything around you, because seriously guys, you gotta look at these people, like really look at them. Like, you can see the eyes are just the windows to people's souls. So if they look like they are scared, afraid, or really like angry in their eyes, that's for a reason. That's for a reason, because they haven't gotten past those things they're angry or scared of or afraid of.
Yeah,
and they have things that they need to deal with, and that's not dating. So when I see that, I've gotten past those things, so I know what it looks like for people who are still in them, because I know what my eyes look like when I was in that pain, when I was in that space. Yeah. So you need to you can't see it in someone else if you can't see it in yourself. So you might be still in it if you're like, oh, I can't see it in another person. So you might still need to do some self-work before you can actually date. And that's okay.
That's what I'm doing now. I'm not dating for a minute because I gotta do some self-work.
And that's okay. That's okay, because guess what? Once you get through with that self-work,
oh my God, it'll be so great.
Imagine the person that you're going to meet that's going to sweep you off your feet with the best energy, because the energy you have now is attracting the energy that you don't want. And then, and honestly, when you attract energy that you don't like, it's teaching you one thing: how to draw back and get to who your real self is.
It's usually a mirror of yourself, and if you're not liking that mirror, ooh, it's time to do some work. And that's what I'm working. But also, like, man, what was it, like, first date, like on the first date, if they,
first impressions,
like on the first
the wine getting touched.
Okay, so like, if you're on the first date and I feel, I don't know, like, what has been some bad situation you're on the first date and you're just like, nah.
So I feel like, I think this is a good story time for me. So I was on this date, and this is when I needed to, this was before my 2 year, almost at 2 years of celibacy right now, but this was before that. I went on this date with this guy, and he was just, I was so hurt from my ex-boyfriend and just like us not being together and all these things. But I went on a date with this guy, and he was literally throwing darts at me, being very disrespectful, like saying things that weren't nice to me.
See, that's
very hurtful.
Red flag.
And they are red flags.
When they first pop up, do not take it as like, oh, it's gonna change the next time. That was just that one time. No, that's your first time meeting them.
But because I was so hurt and in my dark place, I literally listened to all of those things and just let him do it. A person that I am now, I walk out. You don't talk about me, because I am everything and then some, period. The whole bag of chips, the popcorn, the hot flaming Cheetos, the Pringles, the wine, okay?
The sushi,
period. Okay. So, and that's not me to be just so over elevating myself, but I've got to the point where literally I'm stepping on the line. It's confident or conceited, I'm stepping on the line in between.
You know what you're worth. Like,
I am Kanye Berry without the crazy.
Say.
Like I was about to say, without the crazy, y'all, without the crazy. But if you don't love yourself and love who you are, like, I literally look in the mirror when I wake up. I look in the mirror and I'm like, I look at who I am and I love who I am. Like,
no, you're the goddess, you know.
Period. But you don't have to be the most beautiful, the most whatever.
God, you are like, honestly, Kanye.
There's always
he knows he's the same. He knows
there's always somebody more pretty. There's always somebody more got a shaped fake ass they bought or whatever it is. There's always somebody better looking, better, smarter, whatever it is. There's always somebody better. So with that, especially with the generation and the where we live at right now, there's always something more. And grass greener on the other side, if you want to quote Chris Brown, but we fucking him in 2024.
But I'm gonna just be, arrogant and say the grass is greener on my side. That's how you gotta be, though. And it takes a lot to get there. So don't think this shit's so easy.
It's not easy. It takes a lot to get to that point. But I feel like I'm definitely at that point where I know what I bring to the table as an intellect, as my personality, as hard work, grind, grit, everything. I know who I am and what I bring, so I expect these
and never block. Do not go on a second date with a man who asks you, what do you bring to the table? Who keeps asking for your credentials, like, how are you in this way? This way, like, you'll see when I get on the date. If they're in the box asking, like, how are you in this situation? What do you do when this happens? How do you kiss?
That's creepy.
Fuck? That's weird. Why aren't you patient? Like, why don't you wait? that's just not that
Yeah,
easy
till
to
it
figure
just
out.
actually comes up.
It's so
weird.
gaslighting, but you know.
Yeah, it is kind of, it is gaslighting. Nobody got time for that. So yes.
Yeah.
We have 2 more questions. The last question, okay, so the next thing was not really a question that you guys sent to me, but it was more of race and dating. I only have a couple things to say about this because I've dated tons of guys outside of my race. I don't care.
Same.
Right? Honestly, it's just to be completely forthcoming with you guys, because I love to be really forthcoming with you guys. You know that from my reviews. I actually prefer to date people that are not African American. So I will date African men, I will date Haitian men. My ex-boyfriend was Haitian. I will date just British African men, or whatever it is. I'll date a white man or a Irish man. It don't matter. But I prefer to not date. And the reason why, because the most oppressed people that are black are African American men. They are more oppressed than black women, because they literally hate themselves for whatever reason, which is why a lot of them, you know, talk crazy to us online and say how we're ugly, and they love how this white girl is so beautiful. And I feel like this, one and the same, like a white girl can be gorgeous, beautiful, and I'm not disputing her beauty, but why do you have to downplay black women in the process of uplifting her? You can uplift her without downplaying us. So people that do that, literally, they still have self-hate. They don't really like what they look like in the mirror, so they are not anyone you want to date anyways. So yes.
No, I don't believe the black man is the most oppressed. Like, there's a black woman, because, you know, women are at the bottom and black, but I do believe they have, the black women have more ability to uplift ourselves, because we have less pressure on us, and like then black men, because they have misogyny and they have this pressure to be strong, not to show their emotions, and there's so many emotions that comes with being a black American.
Yes.
So when you're not able to release that, I can understand how that's so hard for men. I personally am up to dating anyone or whatever, but
yeah, like what, but color doesn't matter.
If you want to stay in your box, if you want to stay only dating black people, that's okay. I like she said, like, I'm not okay with you putting down on other races.
Yeah, don't even put down white people.
I was say I just said white people, but honestly still be like, you know, you still gotta be nice. Like, there's great, there's bad people in every race. There's great people in every race. I love the races and all that good stuff.
My thing too is, I know that for me, I don't think that I can actually be racist to another race. However, I don't like people to put down other races. So don't be disrespectful to an Asian person or to someone that's not like you. For me, get to know them, learn their culture, learn what makes them them, so that you understand. Because that's the problem why people are racist anyways, because they don't understand. It's
we don't know, the ignorance. Like, most cultures, like, you know, in black culture we have prejudice people all throughout our culture, just like, you know, Asians or Latino or Latinx, other cultures like that, they all have like racist people in their culture too.
Yeah.
And it's so common, but there's also Indian people who are so, even Indian, like,
because they bleach themselves so that they can be lighter and perceived more beautiful. So that is literally throughout every person of color. Not
so many dynamics, even with the Asian culture. There's like Southeast Asian, who are darker. They're Asians.
Darker.
Like, you know, we have the dark and light skin complex. That's in every culture.
Yeah, except for white.
But except for them. But like, it's so dynamic. There's so many similarities that you don't even understand sometimes. But yeah, date who you want to date. Just don't be disrespectful unless they're disrespecting you.
Period. So the last thing we're gonna touch on, and we're gonna end the video. And this is not more of a question. This is more of something that someone would say to you if they're actually trying to, I guess, get to know you. So they was like, if someone says, "Let's go with the flow," and just being kind of vague. So for me, I'm gonna let you go ahead and take the lead on this one, and then I'll let you guys know what I think.
Okay, so I get that statement, but it needs to be like within a construct. Like, let's go with the flow, in the means of like, is your end of the flow to looking for something more serious if the flow goes well, or is it like, let's go with the flow and this is just a one-time fun thing? See, so for me, when I start dating again, like me, I want to go with the flow, enjoy the moment. Don't perceive more that it is, because then you're just going to go to assuming.
We finished it, guys.
You're just going to go to assuming, overthinking, asking for everyone's opinions that does not have to be in there, instead of taking it as it is and the facts that you have and the feelings that you have. So the feelings that you're feeling about that person, that situation, it's very valid. It's trying to tell you something.
It's your gut telling you.
It's your gut.
And here's the thing, and I don't dispute that men have intuition, but since women are just more closely aligned with our emotions, and we are emotional beings a little bit more than men, we recognize our emotions a little bit more quickly than men do. So with that being said, that you can feel that a person is not right for you, and you're like, oh, you're trying to dispute this, but it's that gut, it's God, it's that, whatever it is,
like that
you,
heart feeling.
It's that, like, if you just don't feel right. If
you're feeling like all over the place, confused,
it's not right.
You're constantly looking for signs. No, it's not.
That is the sign. The sign is in the sign.
Yeah, it's a sign. You're looking for signs. That's a sign. You step out.
So
you're done.
I guess the ending. I guess on an ending note for this is, guys, is just dating in 2019, and it's almost 2020, is difficult, and especially with online and all the different options and everything, it's difficult for men to choose a woman to date, and it's also difficult for women to choose, because I feel like I always have a million options. So I'm just like, if you fuck up, I got another option. So on each side, it's both difficult. So at that point, you have to do introspective work to figure out who you are and what you actually want. And what I suggest is to get yourself together, get counseling, therapy, whatever it is, and also write down what you want. Write it down, manifest it, look at that paper, because I've done that. I wrote down everything that I want my husband, my future husband, to be, and I pray for my husband. I pray for who he is, whatever he's doing right now, to be
Sierra, so she
a good person. I hope that he's in good health and everything is going well for him, and that when he gets to me, that we're just going to be happy and we're going to be in sync. And you have to make sure that all those things are aligned, and you have to be aligned first. So for me, I just think that's just the key. But guys, that is the ending of the video. I'm so glad if you stayed to the end of the video, you are the real MVP. Thank you so much for watching. But I'm gonna also, guys, include some more videos right here so that you can watch other either Vlogmas editions, or you can also watch some of my other popular videos. So what are you waiting for? Just click the video. I'm waiting.